So I've had the pleasure over lots of years of building many business cases and investment cases and benefits cases. They all seem to have different names within lots of organizations. So really importantly, point number one is engage the P&L owner and the budget holder. Whatever you are wanting to do, if it's not relevant to them and not relevant to their business outcomes and isn't going to solve a problem for them, ideally in the short to medium term, but if not, at least in the long term, then you won't get the buy-in. You will seldom have your own end-to-end P&L and budget that will suffice to cover what you need to do. And whatever you develop in a data team will have to be delivered within the business. So they have to be on board to what you want to do, the benefits of it, and be willing to back it and say that they will implement the changes as a result of what you want to do. So point two, show how investments in data will solve business problems and create return on investment. Ideally, within any case you're building, what you want to show is the return on investment within a year and then over longer term. But again, make sure that any return on investment is discussed with the budget holder where you're going to get that return. So it might be the marketing director, it might be the commercial director, it might be the finance director. So creation of return on investment is really important. Number three, create a properly documented business benefits case with tangible and intangible benefits. Your tangible ones are those things that you can measure and can get a return on investment for or a saving from. Your intangible is things that will bolster the case and people will believe in that it's better for the business to have that information. And when you're creating that business and benefits case, work with a representative from the finance team, as well as in collaboration with your P&Ls. It needs to be able to pass muster past the finance guys and girls. They need to be able to challenge it. And they also need to be making sure that benefits and savings aren't being double counted around the business. And they can help you build a proper NPV calculation. Point four, which is really showing how you're going to measure the benefits of what you're going to do. So unless you've been really lucky, which I have sometimes, and you've built a strong enough case that the business says, I'm happy with you doing it, you don't have to show me the value. Most finance teams and execs that you've developed a business case for to get investment will then monitor that business case over time and say, are you giving the return? So how are you going to measure it? So you must make sure that you've got those measurements in place and you're tracking them, and that you're going around and then shouting about the success that you've achieved and how you're meeting your goals and objectives and how you're delivering value for business. Because if they can see that you're delivering value in an accurate and timely way in line with what you've said that you'll do, if this is a multi-year business case or you need to go back and ask for more money for different things, they will believe you next time round. So if you've come along and been able to prove what you've delivered previously, improve the value, and then you can ask for more money, that's so much the better. And the final one is don't try and claim too much benefit. Business outcomes are always a multitude of factors. Hopefully, if you've got it right, data or analytics will be part of that benefit. It's seldom the whole. So what you've got to agree with your finance reps and your P&L holders is this point 5, is that you are claiming a part of the overall benefit to do with the data and analytics side of it. And sometimes they're quite arbitrary numbers, but if you can explain why you've come to that level of the benefit, because your action of insights and analytics have had to go alongside somebody changing the levels of resourcing in certain spaces, or they've had to include some marketing copy, or they've had to include a website redesign, etc., etc. There will often be lots of factors involved in the end benefit and the financials. What you're trying to do is claim a part of it and perhaps not all of it. So make your business case sensible so that it will stand up.